Ah, Minecraft. A classic game that only gets old after playing for an hour. If I had 1 nickel for every spin-off game that Minecraft had, I would have 2 nickels. Doesn't sound like a lot, but that's way more than it should have.
Minecraft Dungeons, a Diablo-like dungeon crawler based in the Minecraft world. And yes, it does sound as mediocre as it really is. Don't get me wrong, I love the game, but sometimes the game can be a bit stale at times. During development, the Minecraft Dungeons team went through many different ideas, such as a single-player dungeon crawler similar to The Legend of Zelda. In the end, the team ended up with a multiplayer Diablo-style dungeon crawler. Minecraft Dungeons was officially revealed at Minecon Live 2018, and a gameplay trailer was shown during the Microsoft 2019 E3 press conference. Then, the fateful day came. On May 26, 2020, Minecraft Dungeons was finally released to the public. The reviews were mixed on release, getting an overall 7 out of 10. The game was praised for its beautiful visuals and fun gameplay, but it was frequently criticized due to its simplicity. 5 DLC expansions were added throughout the first year of the game's life, with another one based on the end dimension on the way. A novel was released as a prequel of sorts in July of 2020.
Look, I'm a big advocate for prequels. We need a Bible prequel. Every half-decent video game needs an equally as decent story to go along with it, and Minecraft Dungeons sure does deliver.
Minecraft isn't exactly known for its compelling story, but Minecraft Dungeons sure does have one, alright. An Illager named Archie gets exiled by a village he was living in, mainly due to him being an Illager.
I smell racial inequality!
On his way to make a home for himself, Archie stumbles upon the Orb of Dominance. The orb gave him magical powers that later corrupted him and had him raid the villages of the land. You, the player, goes on a quest to stop the Arch-Illager and save the villagers enslaved by him. Sounds easy, right? Well, not everything is as it seems.
The gameplay of Minecraft Dungeons can be best described as the opposite of Angry Birds Trilogy for the PlayStation 3. No, I have no idea where I was going with that joke.
Gameplay is what you would expect from a dungeon crawler. You have a weapon for bashing people's skulls in, artifacts to replace spells in most dungeon crawlers, and a dodge roll for avoiding attacks from enemies. There's one particular thing that sets it apart from other dungeon crawlers. There were no classes. Minecraft Dungeons decides to go with a build your own class sort of thing. You can find gear, weapons, and artifacts from enemies, chests, or the gear chests that you get from beating a level. The different items you can get helps you adjust to your own playstyle.
But can I be Luigi?
Enchantments can be used to enhance your weapons and armor. You can get from your basic protection on armor to an enchantment that spawns consumables when you drink a health potion.
I got a sock.
There are also souls that you can collect by killing enemies in order to power certain artifacts you get.
I knew this would come in handy.
Levels in this game are procedurally generated, which means that some parts of the level are completely random and other parts are always there. This leads to every time you play a level it feels unique, as the developers say, but I digress. The randomness of the levels just feel unneeded. The game would have been just fine without it, but the effort put into it making it feel seamless when one section ends and another starts makes it more bearable to play. Despite all that, the levels are beautiful and the scenery is perfect to encompass the feeling of exploration into Minecraft Dungeons. After all the crawling in dungeons, you need a place to rest. That's where the camp comes in. At the camp you can trade and upgrade items with many merchants. The village merchant is your basic shop. Trade emeralds for common and rare items. You can expand the shop by rescuing villagers in the levels. This is a common thing with all the merchants. Blacksmith can upgrade your weapon's power level for a fair price. Of course this takes time, so you'll have to complete 3 missions for your weapons to be ready. Gift wrapper is just a way to trade items with other players. Why this isn't a thing that you can just do normally, I don't know, but I don't play with friends anyway, so it doesn't bother me.
Couldn't you tell?
The rest of the merchants are self-explanatory. A luxury merchant sells good items for a steep price. A mystery merchant sells essentially loot boxes that give you a random item based on what kind of box it is.
Oh boy, I can't wait to get a good What the f*** is this?
The difficulty of this game is one of the main reasons I call this game a mess. On the easy, happy-go-lucky difficulty, grinding is mandatory if you want to stand a chance against the final few levels in the game. This doesn't change for the adventure or apocalypse difficulties either. Often post-game you can get overwhelmed by enemies to the point you get insta-killed.
And I can say that from experience. Have you ever tried fighting a mob of angry Nintendo fans? I'd eat someone's arm off to get this.
Ah yes, our favorite way to simp for a game. Paid DLC. Of course, this game does their DLC a bit differently. They include stuff for the broke people too.
How could they?
Over the first year of the game being out, 5 story packs have been released, and we have another on the way. The DLCs were released throughout 2020 and 2021 and have continued the story of the Orb of Dominance.
Spoiler alerts!
I'll be discussing the end of the game and the whole story of all the DLCs so far. If you're planning to get this game and wish to go spoiler free, please continue this timestamp on the screen. First you'll see Jungle Awaken starts off with you, the player, going into a jungle to find a shard of the now broken Orb of Dominance. The player fights the big bad jungle golem and destroys the shard along with it. The next DLC, Creeping Winter, continues your quest to shatter the leftover shards of the orb. You defeat another big bad boss and shatter another shard. It's the same thing with all the other DLC except for one. The fourth DLC, Flames in the Nether. In this DLC, you stray off the main storyline that the other DLCs add. Your main goal is to explore the Nether, gain gear, and wipe out families with the press of a button. This DLC also adds a new currency, gold, a new game mode, Ancient Hunts, and a new variant of weapons and armor, Gilded. Ancient Hunts are your way of customizing a level, without having control over what you customize. You sacrifice a weapon, armor piece, a bow, or an artifact. Depending on what you choose, a different Ancient will await you in the level. Agents are special bosses that drop a gilded item when killed. Gilded weapons and armor have an enchant built into it, making it a lot more useful if you get lucky with the rolls. Gilded items can be bought from the new Piglin Merchant with gold as well. So the new DLC Hidden Depths came out yesterday, as of writing the script, and so far it's okay. The new underwater gimmick can be a bit annoying at times since arrows slow down after being shot. Other than that, overall it's good fun and it still looks amazing. I have so much fun playing this game, but some of the flaws sometimes prevents me from playing for an hour or more. I hope the difficulty issues are fixed alongside the end DLC.
Well, I hope after all this I can finally be accepted into the Minecraft Dungeons Advocate Club. And it looks like I'm the only member. Huh. I spent these 2 nickels for nothing?!